Hey guys, welcome to our channel. If you are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you guys do not know who I am, my name is Mackenzie Morgan. I am a freshman fashion merchandising major at Kent State University in Kent, Ohio, and I also have been doing the product videos for Dormco for the last year or so. And today I'm sitting back, no product, no building anything today. I'm just sharing 10 things that I learned my freshman year of college. The number one thing that college taught me is that you rely on your parents a lot more than you think. Being thrown into college life will really just open up your eyes to how much your parents do for you. Suddenly you have to wash the dishes and you have to fold your clothes and you have to do the laundry and you have to put things away, and no one's gonna sit there and remind you to do the things that your parents are constantly nagging you at. And as nice as it is to be on your own, you will realize how much your parents did for you and how structured things were with them around. Obviously, you may have done the dishes and done your own laundry while you were living at home, but it's such a different dynamic being at school, and I realized very, very quickly into my freshman year how much I really took my parents and all they did for me for granted. Number two, living with roommates is not always easy, but it is without a doubt the most fun you will ever have. I know that not everyone has an awesome roommate experience their freshman year, but I can assure you that living with people will bring so much joy to your life. At least I thought it did. I lived with 3 different girls and I love each of them wholeheartedly. Olivia, Emma, and Lauren were my 3 roommates, and I truly could not have asked for a better experience. We had the most fun between like late night bagel sandwich runs to just really late night Saturdays, just the dumb stuff that they were constantly doing. It is so much fun. It's a constant slumber party. I know that things with boys may be a little different, but I promise you boys are doing stupid stuff all the time together too, and just really having a ball. I think that your experience living in a dorm is truly unmatched. Like, there is nothing like it. Do not take it for granted. My semester was cut short because of the coronavirus, and I literally missed my roommates more than I ever thought I could. I definitely loved having my alone time and appreciated the time when one of them was away visiting a boyfriend, a friend, on vacation, whatever, and I enjoyed having the room to myself. But every time they came back, I was like, oh my god, it's so good to have them back and to constantly be surrounded by your friends. Number 3, the freshman 15 is real. I went to the gym pretty much every single day. After like the 3rd week of school, I started to go to the gym, and I went from like 3 days a week to going pretty much 6 to 7 days a week. I stuck with that through the rest of the semester, and I still gained weight. I still am at least 10 pounds heavier than I was when I left for school. That's totally fine, guys. You're not going to be the same size you were when you were 18 years old as you are going to be when you're 22, 23, walking out of college. Keep that in mind. Like, it is okay for your body to change, but do know that those calories and college and the french fries and the constant candy and snacking and late night eating and pizza when you come home at 2 o'clock in the morning, it is real and it adds up. Number 4, college gives you the chance to reinvent yourself. Like, in its purest form, you are walking into college and you can do whatever you want to do. You can be whoever you want to be. Obviously, don't change yourself entirely. Like, you are who you are, but if you did not have a good high school experience, college can be completely different for you, or it can be completely the same. It is really 100% based on your mindset and the way that you decide to be proactive and to proceed with your years. I came into college with not a ton of girlfriends, and I really wanted to change that. I was such a guy's girl in high school, and part of me does miss that sense of like being one of the guys in college. I do not have that the way I did in high school, but it was a chance for me to really finally have this big group of girlfriends, and I just truly like became such a girl's girl and had so many awesome friends from every different walk. And whether it was from sorority, just a friend of a friend, someone from class, your roommates, your hallmates, your suite mates, like, you have so many opportunities to become friends, and I truly did change in that one aspect, that I have so many more girlfriends now than I ever have in my life. Number 5, doing your own laundry stinks, and my mom does my laundry here, and I didn't realize how how much I appreciated her doing my laundry until I went to school. It's not so much the act of like actually doing the laundry, it's just like the thought of doing it that kills me. You know what I mean? Like I feel super productive when I'm actually doing it and I'm like folding my clothes and putting them all away, but 3 loads of laundry piles up really, really fast in college. At least for me, I had 3 loads of laundry every single week, but there's literally nothing worse than when you go to the laundry room and all of the washers are full, or one of them is broken and now your clothes are sopping wet, or it's midnight and there's no dryers open, or you walk into the laundry room and your sopping wet clothes are on the ground because someone couldn't wait 30 seconds for you to come get them. Doing your laundry stinks. Thank your mom now for doing it for you, because I promise it is something that you will miss 100% when you go to college. Number 6, you must invest in a good pair of walking shoes. I learned my lesson so bad the first few weeks of college. I was wearing whatever shoes I would typically wear to high school, and I'm a fashion major, so obviously I like dress pretty nice every day. This is pretty typical for what I would wear to school. I was wearing heels, mules, wedges, like whatever, and literally I was walking at least, first semester my classes were so far away from each other that I was walking at least 5 miles a day. At least. My feet, I would come home and I literally could barely stand. Like I had the biggest friction blisters on the bottom. My feet were just destroyed. And it literally took until I feel like I've said literally so many times in the last 3 minutes, but that's how much I'm trying to emphasize this. I came home, my feet did not heal from the blisters that I got the 3rd or 4th week of school until December. They finally healed. Do yourself a favor, invest in a good pair of walking shoes. You will need them, and if you're not someone who's like super into like just sneakers like me, like I just could not wear like a pair of Nike sneakers to class with this. Obviously, off the beaten track shoes saved my life. Number 7 is the first time you go home, you will cry. So I'm from Maryland, but I go to school in Ohio. It's about 4.5, 5 hours away. And the first time I went home was over fall break. I was not planning on going home. All my roommates were going home and my parents were like, look, we just can't come get you. And I decided to spend $300 on a plane ticket of my own money to go home. And I literally cried so hard when I walked in the door, like when I had finally taken a shower and like laid down at night, because I did not realize how much I missed home and how grateful I was for the place that I came from and grew up in until I came back. I had a really easy adjustment to college. I was not homesick whatsoever. I like jumped right into the swing of things. I was so busy. I was loving it. I had so many friends. I really enjoyed my classes. Balancing school, blogging, work was super easy for me, and I think I owe part of that to the fact that my senior year of high school I was really ready for a change. I was ready to move on. But so I wasn't homesick, but I realized like when I came home that very first time that, oh my god, I really did miss home more than I ever thought I did. And it is totally okay to cry. It's totally okay to hug your parents and say, oh my god, thank you. So keep that in mind. Number 8 is it is okay to struggle school-wise. So personally, I got straight A's my first semester. I was a double major, fashion merchandising and journalism. I ended up dropping journalism just for money purposes and the fact that I would have to be at school for an extra 2 years, and I just didn't want that. But I loved my classes. I took 16 credits first semester, 18 this second semester, and I really loved school. Like I said, I did get A's, but there were definitely assignments that I did not do as well on as I would have hoped. It's okay to struggle on a few assignments. It's okay to fail an exam. It's okay to not do well on a project. It's okay to realize 3, 4, 5, 10 weeks into school that the career and the major that you're in is not the path that you want to be on. It is okay. That happens to everyone at some point when you're sitting there and you're like, oh my god, I'm having a midlife crisis because what I thought was meant for me wasn't meant to be. That is okay, guys, and it will happen. Like I said, it happened to me. I ended up dropping the other major, and I still could not be happier with the path that I'm on and this new major and route that I am taking. So just know that it's okay. Some people will adjust a little bit easier than others. I walked into college with college credit already from my high school, and I had already taken 8 or 9 AP classes, so I was totally used to a super busy schedule and a heavy course load as it was. So everyone's different. Number 9 is that you will have more and yet less free time than you've ever had in your life. So in so many ways, college gives you so much freedom, in the sense that you may only have classes 2, 3, 4 days a week. So in high school, you're sitting in class from literally like 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. And then you have extracurriculars, homework, dinner, you know, family time, go to bed or whatever. College is so different. At least for me, I only have classes 2 days a week this semester, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then the rest of the week it's like, oh, whatever. Now, you still have homework, you still have assignments, sorority events, hanging out with friends, meeting up with people, working if you have a job. So your time is consumed differently, but you will have more free time and yet less free time, because assignments and stuff do take a lot longer, I think, when you're in college. So it just depends. If you are someone who is worried about working and making that work in college, working in college is 100% doable. I worked 30 hours a week pretty much every single week in college, give or take a few weeks, you know. Some weeks I'd work less, some weeks I would work more, and I totally made it work. I had an awesome freshman year. Yes, I did miss out on some parties, I did miss out on some things, but I wouldn't change the way I did anything for the world, because I'm so happy with the way that my first year went. But I will say that time management, this should be another tip. The only reason I didn't put time management on here is because I learned time management really early on in high school, just because I do have a blog and I do have school, and I've always had to make those two work together. But time management is a big thing that a lot of people really go through their freshman year. You can have lots of free time in college if you utilize your non-free time the right way, if that makes sense. Like, if you micromanage and you plan things and you make sure you get all your things done before 3 p.m., you can have the rest of the day to hang out with your friends and grab food and go to the gym and do whatever. But it's up to you to have that kind of schedule and to be motivated, if that makes sense. The last thing freshman year taught me is that everyone goes through freshman year differently, and I think that that's really important to remember, not only to be compassionate and sympathetic towards other people, but to really have the best year yourself. It is so easy with social media, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, to think, oh my god, so-and-so posted a picture with 7 girls and she looks like she's having so much fun and I'm not. The comparison game will literally kill you in college. It was so easy for me to look at everyone else and be like, oh my god, like, they look like they're having way more fun. And then it would discredit the fun that I was having. I'd be like, well, I'm having fun, but they look like they're having more fun. That is so wrong. Or if you're someone who's really homesick and having a harder time adjusting, I know my roommate had a little bit harder time adjusting freshman year, a little more homesick the first semester, whereas I was a little more homesick second semester. Everyone goes through college differently. It's okay if you're missing home and no one else around you is. It's okay if you're not missing home and everyone else around you is. It's totally fine. Everyone goes through it differently. So if you like your major and you don't, and then you decide you don't like it, that's fine. If you call home 7 days a week, that's fine. Like, I think it's so easy to get wrapped up in what everyone else is doing that you forget to really center your focus on yourself. Appreciate freshman year, take it by the reins and love it wholeheartedly. Try new things, go to sporting events, get involved, be in a sorority, rush, like, go through it if you want to. Find new friends in every aspect. Always say hi to people. Appreciate what you have, because coming home for this coronavirus and just all of a sudden just being ripped away from the life that I just built there has been truly a hard adjustment, and I miss it every day. But I could not be more grateful, like I said, for the best freshman year I could have ever asked for. Thank you, Kent State, for such an awesome first year. I'm so excited for 3 more and to get back in August. That's going to be all for the 10 things I learned my freshman year of college. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any more suggestions / recommendations for the 10 things ... series, like 10 things I learned from this, 10 things I brought to college and didn't use, anything like that, leave them below and I'll take those into consideration. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.